Friday and Happy New Year to you. Hope you are doing well. Okay, we'll stop the music. Okay. Hope you all are doing well. Happy Friday to you. It's your girl Isha here, Carnivalista and Chief of Events by Ashe, and I'm back. It's been a 2-week hiatus from Friday Facebook Lives because, of course, Christmas, and now it is the new year. It is 2021. So happy Friday to you. Happy New Year to you. Of course, the holidays have looked different for so many of us. And what we're going to talk about today is actually how to move forward into 2021. And I'm going to share with you my annual planning process. And that will be interesting. I promise it will be. I promise. If you're thinking planning and you're like, is she seriously going to be talking about planning? We're in the middle of a pandemic. But yes, I am seriously talking about planning, because if you don't have a plan, then where are you going? What direction are you going? And then you're pretty much directionless. So yes, I'm definitely talking about planning. If you do not know who I am an event planner. I have been one for the past 20 years. So I am a firm believer in planning. I'm a firm believer in writing things down to manifest what you want to come into your life and setting your intentions. So that is a whole part of my annual planning process. All right. So let me do one quick thing here that I forgot to do. And I promise I will keep talking in the meantime. Let's see here. So yes, talking about the annual planning process. But before I get into that, I'm actually going to talk about updates. So update number one, and I think I mentioned this in the second to last Facebook Live, Friday Facebook Live that I did. It's a fundraising update. The tablets for the Heritage Children's Center, that fundraiser that I did from Trinidad Carnival Staycade, the tablets have arrived in Tobago, and the kids are actually getting ready to use them for the first time on Monday when school reopens. So that is very, very, very exciting. They are very excited. Of course, their parents are so grateful for the support that everyone showed to get those tablets to the kids, honestly. So thank you for that. And as I said, the parents are very grateful. The kids are very grateful for the support. And helping them get their virtual learning up a notch, basically, because as I've said in many, many different Facebook Lives and even in posts about this, the virtual learning piece was happening, but it was on cell phones because a lot of parents don't have the technology. They don't have laptops or tablets. There were a couple of kids who didn't have even smartphones and weren't able to participate at all. So it's just awesome. So that's the first update. I'm glad to start with some really great news. And then the second update that I have is actually what we are coming to give to you, which are the virtual vibes. Yes, and I'm looking at my notes here. And that's since Ultimate Trinidad Carnival 2021 was canceled. Of course, we canceled it since last August or end of July, somewhere around there. Provided full refunds to those who wanted full refunds, and also some people wanted to transfer their monies that were paid to future trips, whether it be Ultimate Crop Over 2021 or Ultimate Trinidad Carnival 2022. But since Ultimate Trinidad Carnival 2021 is not happening, we are doing a virtual vibes with you. And this is actually going to give you a little bit of a taste, just a tiny taste of what it would be like to get ready for Trinidad Carnival if you were going. So what are we going to bring to you virtually? So starting on Monday, we're going to start with a water challenge. And that's just to make sure that you stay hydrated, because hydration is a huge part of surviving Trinidad Carnival. If you are drinking, if you are dancing and sweating, hydration is key. You have to be drinking water. You have to be drinking something, and that's non-alcoholic, to rehydrate, refresh, whether it's coconut water or Red Bull, or something to keep you going throughout the carnival season. So that we are starting with the water challenge that is starting on Monday. We're going to have fitness challenges. We're going to have contests. We're going to have a virtual Soca Fete or party, as it's called. They're called fetes in Trinidad. We're going to have that. And we're going to have a chance for you to win some swag, win some really fun prizes. So that's going to be happening over the next 60 days up until mid to end of February. And we're just going to be bringing it to you virtually online. If you are not following our Facebook page, make sure that you do. And I will put a link in the comments for that. So let me copy here. And if you're watching, just drop me a note, say hello, as always. Tell me how your new year is going so far. And I'm going to put that in the comments. And let's see here. Did that go through? I don't know. I hope you see it in the comments. And that is the link to our Facebook page. So be sure that you follow that. Follow our Facebook page, because we are going to be creating events. We're going to be having posts all about virtual vibes. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really, really excited about that. All right, so make sure that you follow our Facebook page for that, okay? And as I said, if you're watching, drop a note, say hello, tell me hi, and tell me what's going on, all right? Okay, so let us move into, where's my notes? Annual planning, okay? So my annual planning process, it's been very similar for the past 4 or 5, maybe 6 years. So it's at the end of every year or the beginning of the next year. I sit down, look at how the past year has gone, write my thoughts, accomplishments, wins, what I'd like to be different, and what I want to accomplish into the next year going in. And then I write down what I really want, and I have a few things that I do to further reinforce that. So now let me talk about 2 notes before I get into my annual planning process. The first one is I handwrite all of this that I'm going to talk you through. Okay, so if you have a thing with handwriting, get over it. I'm just going to say it. Get over yourself. Okay, there is so much research out there about what handwriting does versus typing. Just get over yourself, okay? Write things down. When you put pen to paper, there is magic in that, okay? There is always magic in putting pen to paper. So writing down what you accomplished and feeling good about it, that goes about bringing all the good juju, and then write down what you want to bring into your life in 2021. Just do it, write it down, all right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm not able to go through my entire process in detail, because then this video would be like an hour long, and I want to give you a quick snippet of my annual planning process in this video. But I actually wrote an entire blog about the process, and I will put a link here for you to check it out. It gives a lot more detail, okay? And you can get all of the details there. All right, and let me just make sure that these comments are going through, okay? Because I'm not seeing anything, and that is definitely not normal. About bringing all the pause here. Okay, good. Yes, you're getting the comments. Okay, good. Just making sure. Okay, good. So the comments are going through. Awesome. So that is the link. The last link that I put in the comments is the entire annual planning process that I go through from beginning to end. All right. And I apologize if you can hear my toddler. It is nap time, and hubby Tarek is trying to put him down for a nap right now. And he's not going, as you can hear. It's not going well. So please, I apologize. The toddler's in the background, but we will get into the annual planning process. All right. So basically, my process can be broken up into 3 parts: reflect, resolve, and reinforce. 3. So just remember 3s. Okay. Now feel free to ask questions as I go along. As I said, this is going to be a quick snippet. I'm not going to go into a super amount of detail, but feel free to ask questions as I go along. All right. So number 1, reflect. You want to take the time to reflect on your past year, okay? Yes. Think about, here are some questions to ask yourself. If you do not have a passion planner like I do, the passion planner actually walks you through all of this at the end of the planner every single year, every single month, and then, you know, it just goes up a level every single year. But here are some questions that you can ask yourself. What did I manifest? What didn't go so well? What do I want to do differently? You know, those are just a few of the questions that, you know, generate reflection thoughts, reflection like thoughts, and write all of those things down. And those are some of the questions that I really take some quiet time to think through and really get clear, you know, on how the year went. And it's really tempting, especially with the year that we have all had with 2020, with everything that has happened this year, and we, you know, have survived and come out on the other side, thankfully. It's very tempting to just dive into planning for 2021. And I urge you not to do that. Okay, take some time, think about what 2021 has been, what 2020 has been for you before diving right into planning for the next year. Okay, promise me that you're going to do that. All right. And of course, gratitude is a big part of that, right? Because when you're thinking about what you actually did, what you actually survived through 2020, you start to automatically feel grateful, right? Grateful that you did survive, grateful that you did go through virtual schooling with your kids, grateful that you did adjust to working from home, grateful that you have a job, grateful that you have health, wealth, whatever that looks like, love, you know. Take some time to think through all of that, because those gratitude feelings automatically come up because you're kind of like, wow, yeah, I did do that, didn't I? And we tend to forget, we're human, it's natural. We tend to forget what we actually did, what we actually survived, what we actually triumphed and thrived through. Okay, I don't usually like to use survive. I like to say thrive. What we actually thrive through, we tend to forget. So this is your time to remember. Even if you got to look back at your virtual calendar, your online calendar or whatever, or maybe you have a notebook that you keep throughout the year, look back through that and look over those things. Trust me, it's worth it. It's definitely worth the time to do that, okay? So let me know in the comments, what are you grateful for right now on this first day of 2021? I want to know, so leave me a comment, okay? So now on to step number 2. The second step is resolve. All right. And in this step, what I do is I think over what I really want to manifest in the upcoming year. And why is this important? And this is a fact, you know, again, there's research about this. Most people don't know what they really want. They don't have a clue. They have a general idea. Oh, I want more money. Oh, I want to be healthier. Oh, I want to be happy. But there's no specifics about what they really want. And most people go through their entire lives like this, right? And they get random stuff coming towards them. You never feel happy or never feel healthy or never make more money. And that's because you weren't specific about it in the first place. So I don't want you to get that into this pitfall. And then the second pitfall is that people don't write it down. Even if you have a specific idea in your mind about what you want and you don't write it down, as I said, get over it. There is magic when you put pen to paper, trust me. So don't fall into those two pitfalls. A, not knowing what you really want, or B, not writing it down, okay? Promise me you're not gonna do that. Now, if nothing else, let 2021 be the year, the start of 2021, where you do something different. You know exactly what you want. You have a very clear idea of what that is. It is specific and you write it down. Put all of those things together. And that simple act or those simple acts together makes it real to your subconscious, okay? And things begin to move toward you to make it happen because you are clear, you are focused, and you've written it down. When you write it down, it says it's as good as done. Okay, trust me. So make sure that you do that. All right. So leave me a comment below. What do you really want in 2021 if you're willing to share? You know, what specific do you really want in 2021? And I'm going to put a link here to the full blog on that again, so you can make sure that you check out some other specifics. All right. Okay, so let's move into step number 3, the third and final step. And it's not the least important step. For me, out of the 3, the most important step is the second step. which is resolve. That's to make sure that you know what you want, okay? And this third step is important as well. And as I said, it's reinforce. That's step number 3. And this is where the physical things around you in your life kind of come into play, because you already know what you want. You've written it down. You have clear on it. Then you make the things around you reinforce that for you constantly. Okay, and here are a couple of things that I do personally. As I said in the blog, there's a lot more listed there, tips given there. But I'll mention 2 things in this video that I do personally to reinforce what I really want. And the first thing is, whatever the primary thing is, of course, I want a lot of things, like you want a lot of things, but whatever is the primary thing, the thing that must happen in 2021, I'll create a password around it, and I'll change it in a couple of apps or software that I use daily. So every time that I log in to my app or whatever software I put the login in, it will remind me of that, what I really, really, really want. Okay, and an example of this was when I was pregnant, throughout my pregnancy with our son Kwame. You know, I was nervous. I mean, every mom to be is nervous. For me, there were a couple of things that compounded that. Of course, we lost our little girl Nia back in 2014, towards the end of 2014. So I was nervous about being pregnant again and having a baby, and having a healthy baby, you know, and would I be a good mom? You know, there were just all of those things that were swirling around, but I knew that I really wanted to have a successful pregnancy, have a healthy baby, so I could be a mom, right? That I was very clear on that. And a couple of my passwords, I think, were I am a great mom, or, you know, something like that, and add some characters, because, you know, it has to have complexity in your password. But every time I would log into that software or log into that app and type that password, I would remember that, you know, and I would feel into my belly, you know, yes, okay, healthy baby, I'm going to be a great mom, you know, and that good feeling, just, I would get it every single day. Every time I would type that password, I would get that good feeling every single day. And of course, the result, Kwame's here, he's happy, he's healthy, he's resisting his nap right now, but he's good. And, you know, that built into the manifestation of being a mom and being a good mom and all of that for me. So that's just one example. I've done it with many different things across the last few years in my life, but that's just one example of something that I do to reinforce, okay? Another thing that I do to reinforce is a vision board. And I've had a vision board for several years. And if you don't have one, and you're rolling your eyes because you've heard so many people talk about vision boards and they're great and they're this and they're that, and however you feel about it, what I can tell you about my personal vision boards is anything that I've put on my vision board, I have gotten, I have manifested, whether it's manifesting a happy and healthy pregnancy, a happy baby, business goals. Recently, I manifested a new, well, almost new SUV this year, and that's been on my vision board for probably 2 to 3 years. That is manifested now. There is something about seeing your vision board, creating your vision board first of all, and then seeing your vision board on a regular basis. I have mine in my office, so I see it every day. It faces my desk. So I cannot sit at my desk and not look at my vision board because it's right there, right? I see it every single day. So for me, I don't recreate my vision board as a part of my annual planning process. I refresh it. So I'll take down pictures that I've already manifested, you know, and as I'm taking them down, thank you for helping me manifest this, and add new pictures to it of what I want moving forward into the next year. So that's my refreshing of my vision board. And I will be doing that on January 12th with my friend Nefertaria at her virtual vision board experience. And I invite you to join me. It is a wonderful workshop and takes you through how to create a vision board virtually. So I have a physical vision board, and I actually have a virtual one on my laptop. So it's my screen, not my screensaver, it's my background, and it's also my screensaver too. But you can create that at this virtual vision board workshop. So it's an online representation of photos, of words, of what you want to manifest in 2021. And then you can print those pictures out and create a physical one if you want to. So as I said, I have my physical one that's in front of my in front of me when I sit at my desk. I also have it on my background on my laptop. I also have a printed version of it, just a one-sheeter that's by my bedside. And I have another one that's printed that's in one of the drawers that I open in my desk quite frequently. It has like a flat board kind of thing. I don't know what you call that, like one of those security drawers, I guess. So somebody can't just reach in and grab stuff. It has a flat board over it. So I actually have a printed copy of my virtual vision board right there as well. So I see it whenever I open that drawer, because I open that drawer quite frequently. So you can surround yourself with not different versions, but the printed versions of your vision board up around your house. You can have, like I have it's a push pin board, and that's an actual vision board, and it has all of the pictures that I have on my virtual vision board on my actual vision board. So you can create many different versions of your vision board if you want to. I only have one personally, but you can, whatever works for you, do that. But there is something about a vision board. Okay, now if you want to join me at that virtual vision board experience, I will definitely put the link, and I'm going to do that now in the comments. There we go. Yeah, feel free to join me. It's not very expensive, and it's definitely something, it's a great investment in yourself that you are going to reap throughout 2021. All right, so definitely. So I have other steps that I use to reinforce what I really want throughout the year. These are only 2 that I'm sharing with you. I have many of them. But yeah, feel free to borrow and definitely check out the full blog, because I give you a lot more reinforcement tips there as well. So leave me a comment. What do you want to reinforce in your life in 2021? Or what do you do to reinforce what you really want in your life? What do you do throughout the year? You know, give me some tips. Talk to me. All right, so that was step number 3. So let me review those 3 steps again. Reflect, resolve, and reinforce. Those are the 3 steps of my entire annual planning process. And I encourage you to get started. At least get started, and then be consistent and persistent in what you really want. Get clear on that. And 2021, I promise, will be better for you. Hopefully it'll be better for all of us, but for you personally, once you get clear on what you really want and write it down, create your vision board, reinforce with all of those good, wonderful feelings, you will definitely get it in 2021. All right. So I will definitely add again the link to the full blog of how to go through my annual planning process. I'm going to put that in there again. And let me see, I don't see any comments, but let me go to the, I don't see any comments. And that's okay, no worries. Even if you're watching this later, leave me a comment, say what's up. And let's see here. What else do I need to talk about? That was pretty much everything I need to talk about today, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share, and to our channel for more videos like this. I do videos about travel. I do videos about getting your life together, like this planning video, about carnival, and of course about food, because I'm a big foodie. So definitely like, subscribe, and share. If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure to do the same. And I'm going to get some music for us to go out here. There we go. And thank you again. It's your girl Isha here. I am wishing you a prosperous, abundant, healthy 2021. And as always, till the next line.